burn it down. We gon' burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
It's murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
I killed it. I killed it. I killed it.
I killed it, it's murder.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them.
What is going on, guys? As I said before, as soon as we hit like 15, 20 people, if the music's still playing, I'm just going to cut it off. No reason for you guys to, have to sit around waiting for me. What is going on? Dan Martin? Hey, I think this is your first time being first. I love when we got newer faces or, people that don't often speak up. Especially coming in first. But anyone who watches and doesn't talk, I don't bite, I promise, and it's awesome to meet you guys. I love to interact with you. However, if you wish to remain, just in the back shadows, I still appreciate you being here. Now that I just made a big old deal about Dan Martin. Sorry, Dan, that wasn't directed at you, bro. Jay Young, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Sonic Lover, what is up? Good to see you as well. Dixon, good to see you. Good evening. Sylvia Newman, how are you? Awesome to have you. Thanks for the good luck. The 40-year-old gamer is back. Awesome to have you back, bro. Let's get it. Timmy Carroll, what's going on, man? Did I see your message on RJ Chip? No, Timmy Carroll, I didn't. I never check that account for anything. I don't go on Facebook, period, unless I absolutely have to. But if we're friends on my main account, not the one that has my logo emoji like up above on the game screen, but the one that has the real Husky, RJ Friedman, send me a message there and I'll get a ding and I'll eventually get around to it. I'll be looking now, especially Tracy Anita, I say the name like 50 times and then I screw it up. Tracy Anita Spalding, good evening. Awesome to see you. Joseph Desmoines, how are you? Good to see you as well. Glenn Vesco, what's going on? He is teeing off soon. Kavak, how you doing? High five, Chip, all right. What's going on, Nick Rich? Good to see you. BB, what is up, brother? Good to see you as well. Sonic Lover says, Guardian, I wanted to go Big Dog just so I could upgrade another card, but I ended up doing the Guardian, so... yeah, Dixon re-upped his membership. What? Thanks for the support, Dixon. I appreciate you big time. You rock, bro. And I need to stop talking as soon as the thing kicks up. What's going on, Glenn Vesco? Oh, there it is. Dixon, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Hank's on as well. Oh, that's cool. Show him some love. Absolutely. LOL, yeah, first time being first. Well, there's a first for everything. Awesome to have you first, Dan. Marquibri, how you doing, bro? Awesome to see you. Bob Slate, what's going on? We got another one. Boomer, $5. Good luck, RJ. Boomer, thank you so much for the good luck. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate you and Dixon very much. Thanks for the support. I really, really appreciate it. Bob Slate, how you doing? Mark Adder, thanks for the good luck. Appreciate you. Am I ready for Friendly Friday tomorrow? No, Sonic. Friendly Fridays are only going to be on off tournament weeks. If I didn't make that clear, I'm very sorry. I should have. But because tomorrow so many streamers are going to be streaming, I don't want to stream my normal 2-hour stream and then come in with an additional 2-hour stream. Honestly, that's a favor for you guys. You know, you got so many streamers out there that are trying to make a name for themselves, and if I'm streaming friendlies, I'm taking potential viewers from them. And now we're back down here again. Dixon, thank you so much once again for the new member. Sandbagger, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for the good luck. Robbie D. Alt, how you doing, bro? Good evening. And then there's Boomer's good luck, RJ. Thank you so much, Boomer. I really appreciate it, bro. Glenn Vesco, should I play the first round or wait? Which is easiest? I don't know the answer to that. Let me zip through real quick these last couple and get right in. Ulysses, awesome to see you, bro. Mike Trubicki, good to see you as well. DTP, thanks for the good luck. I skipped you, South Carolina, Steve. You know, I feel like this for skipping you. Big mistake, in other words. I'm very sorry, South Carolina Steve. It's awesome that you're here. I'm very sorry that I skipped you. Definitely not intentional. I love you, and I'm also going to give you a couple dilly-dillies. Hope that makes up for it. Party on! What's going on? New to the stream. Awesome to have you here. Welcome. Jens B, how are you? Good to see you. Party on. Thanks for the good luck. Dedrick Champion. Haven't seen that guy in a while. Awesome to have you. All right, it's been 8 minutes since I fired up the stream. Do you know what that means? Let's get in. Let's start this. Let's get some drops. We're going to want the sniper for the first hole, and we're going to go with a katana. We don't want to make the mistake of using a berserker again on a par 3, right? Mark Adder, $5, and he wants football. He will get it. Thank you so much for the $5, Mark Adder. Also, Dixon and Boomer, if there's any music that you guys would like to hear, just let me know, and I'll gladly play it. And if I miss it, guys, spam the emojis so I don't, because I'll be looking down. And the latency, you'll think that I'm looking right at you, when in reality, it's like a 5 to 10 second delay. So I'd love to play music for either one of you guys if you like it. If you don't like it, I don't want to force you to listen to it. So let's get it. I like that. Great advice, 40-year-old gamer. All right, let's get back into this. Got the volume turned down a little bit, just so I don't hear my own echo. I still got to fix that. I'm working on another project off the side, and I would have been on time, meaning we'd be about 40 minutes into the stream instead of 10 minutes into the stream. Oh, Boomer, I don't have monkeys. However, because you requested monkeys, I am going to add them. I did not think they were missed, and just for you, I am going to add them. I don't think I have monkeys. Let's see. Crabs Security Football Napoleon. No, monkeys did not make it back, but I do have room for them, and they will come back. Simply because you want them back. What's going on, Orlando? Good to see you, man. Thanks for all the good luck. Appreciate it. So much better than those lame crabs, yeah. That, you know, I can't come up with music as good as the original, but I'm still mad at the original people, because shame on them for, you know, saying, oh yeah, copyright free. Feel free to put it on your video. Just make sure you give us credit in the description. And then to change their mind, it hurt my feelings. $6.2 or 25%. I think I went a little too far. But we did hit perfect. Hopefully we catch that funnel. We didn't get the second bounce in the rough. Just a bit outside. You know, it's actually not very hard. I bet you in between turns I could actually add that. Let's see real quick. What was it? Media source. Add the source. Add a new source instead. We're going to call this monkeys. And we got to give it a key assignment. We'll call it 5. So every time I hit 5, it'll play monkeys. Okay. Browse. Go to OBS. Crabs.
Great shot.
Oh. I thought that was hole in one. Let's see. Where be the monkeys? There's monkeys. Done. I make the hotkey number 5, which I'm about to do, and I gotta unmute it. So I'm clicking on the little gearbox. I'm going to hotkeys. And then once you click hotkeys, it will generate. You scroll down until you find what I named Monkeys 5. There it is. And then I'm going to put a 5 in the box. So when I hit number pad 5, oops. And then I'm going to put 5 also to make it disappear. We're not done yet. There's quite a few steps. Let me just get this shot going here real quick. We're almost there. We are almost there. Go with like one back spin because I don't want to go rolling forever. I think this is 10%. So we're going to go 7 rings. I'm going to go 8 just because I'm feeling frisky. I'm going to hit it great. Next, I go over to find it on the mixer side, which is, it says stream sources, then mixer. I click the gear at the top there, and then I scroll down to where it says monkeys, and it says monitor off. I'm going to switch that to monitor and output. That unmutes it. For those of you who don't care, Dixon, football is coming right up, bro. I see that, and I'll definitely give it to you. Next, let's see. We need to turn it down a little because it's on full blast. We want it just as loud as all the other ones, which is minus 14 decibels. And 14.3, 13.8. We'll make it a tad bit louder. Now, in that little bit of time, let's see if we can get it to work live, or am I going to look like a fool? I like it. I hope you like it, Boomer, as well. And now it's permanently added to the catalog. So, if you want to learn how to add hotkeys to your OBS, come back and rewatch this part. We're only 15 minutes into the video. And I'm talking all over Boomer's Hook. My bad. I'll replay it. But first, football. Football for Dixon. And then we'll go back to monkeys and I won't be yapping my mouth. Alright, we're going to go with a navigator here. Cut down that wind to a wind 2 resistance. And now, uninterrupted monkeys coming up. And that's how we do it on Broadway. All right, Timmy Carroll. I will definitely check that after the stream, bro, and I'll get a hold of you.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, 40-year-old gamer. That's my biggest issue with it. You know, I wouldn't mind so much if, you know, I wouldn't mind so much if, like, he never said that, but to say, hey, use my stuff. I'm different from all these greedy copyright people out there. I want to get my stuff out there, so you're doing me a favor by advertising for me. And just need to zip up. Okay, can we go a little up more? That looks like that's about as safe as it's going to be. 7 flat, and I'm going to do medium distance here, so we're going to go 4.5, because it's actually a little more than 4, a little less than 4.5, but, and now I've been hitting this great. I need to hit it perfect. There we go.
Perfect shot.
Hopefully we don't hit the sand or a tree. That's what I want to see. Nice easy chip in from basically the fringe. I'll take that. Crabs now. All I got is the crabs like 90% of you guys don't like. I should yank it. It was so much better with that other guy. I mean, as much as I say I don't like what he did, you definitely can't deny he made an awesome video for his music, and putting different music to it just doesn't do, you know, any justice. You play 30%? Oh, on hole 1. Yeah, I play 25% in pro, and oops, that's winter major. Yikes. All right, pay attention to the game you're playing, RJ. We could do good here. I love all that top spin. This is where the Endbringer Rapier fights come in. And honestly, no matter how accurate your Endbringer is, this is just my take. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But no matter how... Look, I'm talking with my hands. Tie them behind my back. No matter how accurate your club, even if my Rapier was like 50 accuracy, which it's way above, once you take away the wind, you don't have to adjust, or, you know, by putting the top spin on, you don't have to adjust for wind. And that's what I love about it. That's why I like the Rapier. That's why I think most people like the Rapier. Now, if I could choose, let's say I had a medium wedge shot, I'd probably prefer, you know, the Endbringer. But 90% of my wedge shots are right there from the fringe area. Let's see. Now we're going to go same. No, this one is the Guardian. Do we have the Guardian in? We do. And we're going back up to the Katana. Now, last time we played this, 2 days ago, last time we played this 2 days ago, I hit it great left and ended up going into the rough. I was able to save it with a Nirvana that then left me into a medium distance wedge that I believe I was able to make. But I don't want to do it the hard way. You can't get an albatross the hard way. So with full top spin, I'm also adding 2 right spin, and I'm talking about the wrong hole. I feel like an idiot. The hole is hole 6, which is still the third one, but yeah, okay. Back to this hole.
Great shot.
I love seeing that. You know, that's an awesome thing. Drew saying Endbringer for life. Sonic saying Rapier for life. It's awesome that there's actually clubs that are good enough to where half the people like one and half the people like the other, you know? I think that's awesome. All right, so Katana, we are not going over. We're just going, that's why we go with full top spin and 2 right spin. And there's no reason for me to push back up. I want to get as close to the top as possible, so I'm actually going to go 3 right spin and move it over, so if I hit great right, I won't end up in the rough. 6.5, 0% elevation. There's about 4 rings. And again, not pushing back up. No curl needed. We just want to be as close to the right side as possible. Didn't mean to hit it great, but in doing so, it slopes down. We don't want it to slope into the rough, so I'm okay with that. Millie, CSR2, what's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. How you liking this this new season? This it's kind of nice to have a tier 3 car to save money. I tried my best to win the SCG, but I could only come up with like 900 trophies. But I can't wait to see what they're doing for 100. If you do like drag racing and exotic cars and American Muscle and everything, definitely a game that I play a lot when I'm not playing Golf Clash is CSR2. And the person that I get my information from is Millie, CSR2. You can click on his channel to watch his videos. He comes up with, he lets you know ahead of time what cars are coming. He gets really close to world record times when he drives them, so you can expect to get, for the car to run 7 seconds in the quarter mile once it's beefed up or whatnot, or half mile. 6.6. Wrong club. There we go. We're going to call this 4.5. Last time we called it 4.5, it went in the hole, even though that was on expert. But that's what it calls for. And we hit it great right. The only hope I have here is it's going to kick back to the right. Ah, yeah. A perfect had a chance. Geek Army, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Zachary Wiener, what's up, man? Good to see you as well. I'm sorry, Millie. I'm just such a fan of your channel. You're the Golf Clash Tommy of CSR. Golf Clash Tommy, in case you didn't know, is the biggest YouTuber for the game of Golf Clash, subscriber-wise and viewer-wise. And yeah, I'm just rambling now. Very true, Sandbagger. What's going on, Secret Smurf? Good to see you. They're both great, absolutely. If they took the Rapier out of the game, I would be an Endbringer fan. If they took the Endbringer out of the game, I think a lot of people would become Rapier fans. Those are just like the top two. But you never really see someone going, should I use my Apocalypse level 7 or 8 or my Thor's Hammer? Sure, Thor's hammer has its place, but for general play, you would never say, I would be okay if they deleted the Apocalypse 7 or 8. "40-year-old gamer says, Tommy sucks. I beat him every time we did a shootout. Bring it.
Perfect shot.
You know, James could say the same thing about me. James just mops the floor with me. Ty Eaton, mad with myself. Horrible shot, minus 25. Hopefully you can still squeak on by. That'd be cool if you could. Let's see. We can. Oh, okay. We'll just play with this. Gonna go to the right. And we're also gonna put just a tad bit of backspin on because this ball will get away from you. You see the ball guide showing it's going to be really short, but I don't think it's going to be that short. Max distance 7.1. 7 rings for about 10%. Hopefully that is correct. I'll go 7.5. That way we'll still be close. We might come in a little to the left or a little to the right. But hopefully with that little amount of backspin, the ball doesn't go way past the pin. See, the ball guide showed it was going to stop way in front of the pin. I wanted to put more on, but I didn't trust it. And that's why I say when we play this hole, when you do the shootout, if you're within 5 yards, chances are you're going to win the shootout. It's just so hard to get the ball to stick. All right. One thing I just want to check. Do I have chests that are just sitting there? Yes, I do. Let's open up that gold one, or start opening it. And move on to the next hole. Giant Horse, how you doing, man? Good to see you. And Faith. Oh, we used to have someone here, not named Faith. It was Fatah, but for some reason my dyslexic eyes, which aren't medically dyslexic, always called him Faith, and finally he corrected me. A lot of people have come and a lot of people have gone. And I remember Fatah. I mean, a minus 20, yeah, you're in between, because a minus 13 would make it, and a minus 12 was kind of on the cutoff. You might come in around, I think you're going to be right around 50th position. Whether you're 52 or 53 or whether you're 47 or 48 is yet to be seen. But, you know, with the high scores, it's like, you can't think to yourself, this is an easy tournament. Because is it an easy tournament? Well, yeah, it's an easy course, but the problem is it's easy for everyone. So when you don't make your shots, like I tend to do a lot, you pay dearly. Ethan LeBaron, hey, thanks for the good luck. Appreciate you being here. Extra Mile 5 and Extra Mile 6. See, that was a pretty good shot, you know. If you had this type of wind, and I know, of course, you want the hole-in-one, but if you have this kind of wind, all right, red ring by the sand, and was it half on the fairway? So we're looking at like that. Now, full left spin and about 2 back spin gives us a really good speed, but I don't like how we're coming into the left and the wind is blowing to the left. So I'm going to make my own adjustment here and come in a little bit to the right and see if that hopefully helps. We're looking at max distance plus 10%, 6.6. 7.5 seems about right. Let's see where we come in. If we could hit perfect. But then again, there's always that possibility. My adjustment was off. Nope, not in this case.
Nice
Terry Sabin, how you doing, bro? What is my opinion on Golf Clash Caddy? I have no opinion on those. I downloaded Golf Clash Notebook, and I used it for like 2 or 3 weeks. When I stream, I just have too much going on around me to be able to include something like that. Plus, a lot of people don't like it. And you gotta weigh, what you do as a streamer, as someone who plays publicly. And if half the people don't like it, and the other half, if you think about them, do they really care whether you use it or if you don't use it? So it's like I could either make half of the people mad, or I could make hardly any of the people mad, because no one's going to get mad at me for not using it. But as long as it's within the terms of service of the game, I got no problem with it, personally. It'll definitely improve your game. And I think a lot of people still use it in tour play, because there's a lot of times when either people time out for a second, and that's when I think they're activating the app. And then they come back with this precision adjustment. The one thing that I wasn't really big on was the sliders. It was just really hard to figure out. I have way more trophies than them, so I probably have more money. I'll just let them have this. Good game. I was yapping. I should have just forfeited the whole thing. He probably thought, 8.42, I lost. That's what happens when you yap, RJ. Okay, this is a shot I came up with 100% on my own, and that's just because I don't like going up the middle. And we are going to be bringing a Titan for the Power 3 ball. And we are going with full top spin. We are going to adjust from max. And then we're going to push back up to max. And with the wind that we have with a Power 3 ball, where it's going to land, well, at least last time, it stopped well short of the rough. See, we're not even really that close. So it's just full top spin. No, nothing else. And this is about where we want to be. That's 4.5 rings. And we're going to adjust from here. Let's put it right there. And then 6.2 is 4 rings plus 10%. We'll go 4.5. And then I'm going to just push it back up. And I'm pretty sure I didn't use any overpower. Let's check if the notes are right.
Perfect shot.
The ball carry a little bit more because it's obviously downhill. And as long as, now we're rolling uphill. And that didn't happen last time. So, we're still okay. This is why I like playing from the left side, because our rough iron will still make it very near the green. So I'm just going to make a slight adjustment here and go. I'm sorry, I was leaning away from my microphone. So now my notes say full top spin -1. So I really feel like if I would have took 1 bar of top spin off, that the it would have stopped. And I wasn't anywhere near clipping the rough on the bottom. But even if I was, I would still be within either Guardian or Saturn range. Braveheart, how you doing, buddy?
Perfect shot.
Oh no, Geek's mad at me for not using it. What's up, Attack? Failcom, how you doing, man? Hello, Sacred Giant, or Scared Giant. Scared Giant? You are my favorite streamer by far. Wish you luck in the tournament. See, we're still here. I don't know if you're talking to me. If you are talking to me, thanks. If you're talking to someone named Sacred Giant, I want to say hi, Sacred Giant, or Scared Giant. Again, that dyslexic part of me. Okay, so I'm going to go... Actually, let's not be lazy. Okay, I am going to go with a maximum adjustment. I'm going to take 1 bar of backspin off. Hopefully that helps. It's like 1.5, 7.1. Come on, I don't want to run out of time. 7.1. We're going to go 5 rings. Oh, crap. I was so concerned about not having enough time for the ball to come back. I let go a little too late. So this could cost us. It's not sacred. Scared. It's not scared. It's sacred. Where is it? I'm looking for that again. Doug Singer, what is up? Scared. Hello, scared giant.
Perfect shot.
You got the C in front of the A. Kenneth Johnston, what's going on? Good to see you. Jesse Huntley, how you doing, bud? Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. So now we go from... I tell you how awesome it is to play that way, and I make 2 huge mistakes. But hopefully this ball guide will cooperate with us. And there we go. That's what we want. We want to go right through it. And this is such a short shot. I don't think we need to adjust for wind, but we absolutely need to hit perfect. And we hit great.
Shot.
Is that a funnel? I don't think it was a funnel. Nope. I took too long. And it's my own fault when I say I took too long.
Nice on.
Because if you remember, I set up to take the shot, and then I decided to zoom out and see if I was close to maximum distance of my club. That costed me. Dunk it. I'm scared. Oh, no, Failcom. I definitely do have anxiety issues. I didn't know if there was someone else in the chat. Maybe I missed a name or something. James White, what's up, buddy? Nice shot. Good luck. Good game. Good game is what I meant to type the whole time. All right, we're moving on. We're not going to stay there. This is the hole that I started talking about last time, and I was confused. We're going with the Katana. No, Quasar. Cheaper ball yet. Quasar. And then we are also going with the club set we have. The only thing we're changing here is we're going to put a 1/4 of right curl on it. The reason we're putting a 1/4 of right curl is because last time I hit great left and ended up in the left rough. So hopefully this fixes that. And I get to go first, so no forgetting about it. I like being as far over to the right as possible, but great proofed. Full right spin. 4 top spin. Just because we don't want to go too far and be in between clubs. 10%, 6.5. It's going to be about 4.5 rings. And I'm going to put half a ball curl instead of a 1/4. This 1/4 just makes me nervous.
Perfect shot.
We get the bounce. Half a ball is definitely not too much. I actually like the way that bounced, so I'm going to change it from a 1/4 to a half. And that'll set us up for a possible albatross. If we could get this albatross, we'll get back that shot we just missed. My notes weren't bad, aside from maybe taking off 1 top spin on the initial shot, but hitting it good is what got me in the sand on the second shot. Fail, man, we've all been there. Not last tournament, but the tournament before that. Both of my accounts did not make it to the weekend round. I wasn't very happy about that, but I was an expert. You know, both accounts were an expert, and I'm like, you know what? I noticed that an awful lot of people that are teaching pro have the same exact clubs I
Perfect
have.
shot.
So with that in mind, why don't I take my baby account and play pro, save my kingmakers, use lesser balls unless, you know, a kingmaker is what's needed to get like a hole-in-one or something. And, you know, my punishment for that, well, I get tour 6 chests. But that's not a huge deal. All right, so that's max. We want to hit from here. And we're going to go full right spin with 1 back spin and 1 square to the left of the hole. I'm going to go half a square because I don't trust it. 7.8 minus 20% is going to be about 6 rings. Hopefully I don't blow this. We did hit
Perfect
perfect.
shot.
We would need a perfect. Now we're just hoping that this was correct. And we should have lined up even with the hole instead of coming up 1 square to the left of the pin because we ended up left of the pin anyway. So that'll get fixed right now. We have living notes. They change as we go. I love making notes in pencils because you get to use the eraser. All right. So,
Perfect shot.
Randy Hance, what's up, man? Good to see you. Wally Lapointe, how are you?
Nice on.
Failcom. Thank you so much, man. You know, it's fight or flight. I have too much testosterone in me.
Eagle.
And, well, not too much, but like the receptors go off for the wrong reasons. There's a whole bunch of false alarms. And, yeah, instead of having the fight reaction, I have the flight reaction. However, the fight is still there. I remember like going to a doctor's office and I felt like the doctor was not treating me right. You know, like I wasn't able to sit in the chair. I was standing there pacing, you know, and he's like, have a seat. And I'm like, I can't. He's like, yes, you can. And, you know, I just felt like he might have been like, you're stronger than the anxiety, might have been like what he was trying to convey. But I took it as, who are you telling? So anyway, my mom had to drive me to this appointment, which is literally like a mile. Well, no, it's more than a mile, like 2 miles from my house. And, yeah, I was getting really, you know, aggressive with him. We were going back and forth and I wasn't scared anymore. I was angry. And, when we left the office, I was walking out with my mom to her car, and I was like, who was in the wrong? She's like, you were definitely in the wrong. So I still do get the anger, but it's not, you know, I don't know. I wish I got angry instead of mad. I feel like my quality of life would be better, but at the same time, maybe it wouldn't, you know? Maybe I don't want to say I would hurt someone, but I don't know. Minimum distance plus 10%. 7.2. 4 rings. Hopefully this gets us the little shootout we need.
Perfect shot.
I didn't kill a doctor. I just thought it was interesting to me. I needed a little more backspin, but I couldn't back up anymore.
Nice on.
But I did stop seeing him, and I got a wonderful lady now. I walked in her office, and the same thing happened. I was freaking out, pacing and everything. She offered to open a window. She offered so many things to me. And it really did. It calmed me down so much. I was so grateful. And then the second time I went back, I was sitting back in the chair, like, hey, yeah, laughing and joking with the doctor. So, you know, it went a long way. And I do better with females than I do with males. With males, you know, there's a little testosterone going back and forth. But with females, I give them a much bigger pass than I would anyone else. And because of that, I'm probably easier to work with on their end. They don't have to be cute females. You know, it could be a 70-year-old lady. It could be a 20-year-old lady. It doesn't matter as long as they know what they're doing. All right. .2, 20%. I think we're close to max distance. I hope we are. I don't have enough time here. So we're going to go about 5.5 rings. I went 6. I'm okay with 6. Worst thing that'll happen with 6 is we'll roll off to the right. And if that happens, oh, wow, we're still too far to the left. Okay.
Nice on.
But if that did happen, I don't think we would have went into the rough. Take care, Giant Horse. Thank you, Failcom. Yeah, I like anyone who knows me that call me a teddy bear. I definitely don't want confrontation, especially at the ripe old age of I'm about to be 43 years old. I ain't as good as I once was. But I appreciate the kind words. Hey, we got our 92% battery life warning. Appreciate ya. Braveheart's playing that at 50%. Millie's going to bed, man. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful night, bud. Richard Meeks, man. How you doing? Welcome back. Awesome to have you. Definitely. Long time no see. Roger Dodger. How are you? Another face that I haven't seen in a while. I don't see your face. Another arrangement of letters I haven't seen in the chat in a while. Jay, how you doing? Thanks for the good luck. Bear, what's up, man? What are you talking about? I was talking about like the people that help me with my mental issues. I prefer female doctors, but it has nothing to do with like being attracted to them in any way. If anything, I'd probably rather have someone who's not attractive because, you know, I'm talking about things that I'm not necessarily proud of, you know, like things I feel broken on about. What is this a shootout? I can't select my ball. I thought it was a shootout. Why won't it let me? Oh, I guess if it's not my turn. Definitely a shootout. So, yep, you can have it, man. That's a good way to do it. Yep, birdie. I just wanted to be sure. I've made lesser mistakes in the past. I said on Pro that I was going to try to forfeit as many shootouts as possible. Time for a fun shot. And that is with the Berserker here. We're going to use the Berserker for the next 2 holes. But the last time we did this, we put the slightest bit of overpower on it. And it took us all the way to the back of the green. Almost, like literally about an inch away from the rough. So this time I'm still going full top spin, full right spin, adjusting, pushing back up to max. But no overpower. And I know different winds can, you know, create different issues for us, but I just, I'm going to try what worked last time. 7.7 with 10%, 5.5-ish. Now we're going to push back up to max. And hopefully that wind blows us back onto the fairway. Perfect.
Perfect shot.
Now it's up to my adjustment if it's correct or not. And look at that. No overpower.
Nice
If
on.
that wind would have, if I would have adjusted a tad bit more, you know, to the right, and would have had like half a bar more of topspin, or if the wind would have just been maybe like 0.2 of a mile per hour higher, we could have got super lucky. That would have, I would have blew out my shorts then. Hi, McCare. Richard Meeks, what's up? Watching from work.
Great shot. Nice on.
True, Ty, true. What's up, JB? Awesome to see you, buddy.
Eagle.
What's up, Wally? Thanks, man. I wasn't expecting that. And you know what? I think my wind might be a little bit different as well, because if I would have put even like 10% overpower on that, I think I would have been rolling well past the green and onto the rough. So, a little scary, you know. When I watch this back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the wind. And if I have any wind that is larger than the amount of wind that I had here, I may take off one of the top spin. Ty Easton.
Dilly dilly.
Yeah, you know, Failcom, I would say that's a correct, you know, I mean, I have had good male doctors in the past, but just generally speaking, good luck, party on. Generally speaking, I do better with, you know, with female doctors. I have way more patience if there's like a disagreement in the way that we should proceed, or I don't even know like how to put it. All right, we're going Thor's Hammer here because of all the top spin. It doesn't matter that we have the Guardian because we're not using a wood club. Hopefully we are using our rapier. And last time I just put a little bit of overpower on and ended up in the water, but still ended up with the eagle because of how far the ball went down, and I was able to chip in. So hopefully this time we could chip in for the albatross. That would be amazing. I would love that. But I really feel like I need to start adding wind. Okay. Let's see. This, we don't want it to go that far. So the three tops, we'll go like one. It's going to, all right, I'm okay with that. Great right. I don't think great right's going to hurt us. Oh, don't go near that. Okay. You see where it slopes down a little? Now, another shot that might work a little better. Funny James! What's going on, bud? Oh, James Gardner says add one left spin there. Judley, how you doing, buddy? Awesome to have you here, man. the big topper will give you a little bit more of that top spin, which could help a lot, but you have to go like max overpower with it, and being that it's not a very accurate club,
Perfect shot.
I hit good too many times when, look how, you see how close he was to the rough? That was perfect. His shot was much better than mine, and I think he's going to have a straight up tailwind as to where, well, I basically have a straight up tailwind. I like that full top spin shot. Back this bad boy up to about here. Let the wind take care of the rest. But perfect is a must.
Perfect shot.
Hopefully the ball guy didn't lie. We're coming in hot. Ah, we came in too hot.
Nice on.
Needed to back it up just a little bit. So same result on the scorecard. Same result on the scorecard for the last time when I actually went into the water, just because I missed a medium distance chip. And again, if I had the choice, I probably would have went with an Endbringer from like around medium to maximum distance. But because 90% of my shots
Great shot.
are from up close, I like the rapier. Ooh, we both missed it. His stings a little more than mine, though. That sucks. That costs us a stroke. And we lost the stroke on, what was it, hole 5. So, nothing dropping. I really feel like we need a drop.
Eagle.
Hey, Sean Isbell, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. All right, we're just going to give this here up. -13. We're on pace for -26, but we should be on pace for -28 or 27. No, 28, yeah. Because hopefully we won't make the same mistake again and hit it good. Katana and Sniper coming up. You know, we really actually don't... I want to try something. So check this out. If we look at the Katana, it has power 2, wind resistance 2, side spin 3, right? My notes call for 1 half backspin, 1 right spin. So I'm not using the 3 side spin, and where I'm setting up at +2 with a tailwind. And +2 is the Navigator, which is just a power 1 ball, and I get wind resistance 2 here as well. So I have the same wind resistance with a Navigator as I do a Katana, but as you see, the Navigator is 60 gems per ball, whereas the Katana is 180. So for this one, I'm still going to make the same exact adjustment as long as it gives me the option for +2 yards, and we'll be in great shape there. So if this works, I'm going to change this from Katana to Navigator. Now the Quasar wouldn't work, or wouldn't be good, because it's only wind resistance 1, so you'd be adjusting for more wind. But also, on top of that, you don't need the extra side spin. We're only using 1 bar of right spin. Ty Eaton, I play Tour 9 with this account, so I'm not a big fan of the Tour 6 chests. As a matter of fact, going forward, I might actually fill it up throughout the week and then just not open my chests for the tournament. That way I don't have to, empty out all these Tour 6 chests
Perfect
to
shot.
start opening Tour 9 again. And eventually, if I ever get good enough, which at this point I don't think I ever will. What's going on, KB Chef? Good to see you, man. Jason Antigua, what's up, my favorite primate? This would go to Expert, and the other one would go to Masters. Oh, see, I get a +5, so that's more than enough. Red ring there. We're adjusting backwards, so... Actually kind of like it there a little more. I'm going to take off the... There we go. 7.5, 25%. Go 9 rings. Just because that feels right. Hopefully hit perfect.
Perfect shot.
And hopefully we found the funnel.
Nice on.
Yikes. Yeah, Ty, if you have Thor's Hammer level 5, that will help you on a lot of the shootouts. And if you have a Thor's Hammer level 6, it helps you even more. If I'm remembering the right tour, I believe I am. Very true, James. Would rather open Tour 6 chests than no chests, simply to build up your pyramid cards. Good way to look at it.
Birdie.
It just, the way I was looking at it, it kind of sucks for me when, it sucks for me when wow. Okay, came back to me. It sucks to me when I'm playing Tour 9 and opening Tour 6 chests. But you're right, James. In the long run, it's definitely better. Let's see. I am a big fan of Slice Hook Drive. Do you try ever? Yes. When it calls for it, like hole 2 is an excellent opportunity for a slice hook from the right side. But because it has that path directly through the trees, I've chosen it there. But there's lots of holes where I've done either a power slice or a power hook. They're way more fun, that's for certain. But for me, on this particular hole, I've just always played it with Thor's Hammer or a big topper. And we're keeping the Navigator in. So as a matter of fact, I am going to switch the Katana to a Navigator. To a Navigator. And that's what we're going to use going forward, because it's this. I'm using a Katana that costs more than double the amount, close to triple the amount of gems for the same ball. And unfortunately, if you buy balls in bulk, it's the same price as if you buy a ball one at a time. Sandbagger says 30%. What does my Expert one say? Yeah, Expert says 30%. And I missed slightly to the left. I don't remember the direction of the wind. Yeah, the wind was to the left. So honestly, if I would have went 30% there, I would have missed more to the left.
Great shot.
It's odd, because the last time we had this hole, it seemed like the funnel was super easy to find. And now this time, not so much. All right. I like Thor's Hammer because of the accuracy, but I feel like they changed the green or something, because it definitely feels a little different. That would be perfect. Really close to the right there. 7.5 at medium distance is 4 rings, but I'm going to go about 4.5 because if I under adjust, I'm going to go into the sand. I'd rather use a Nirvana down there than a Malibu up here. I'm happy with that. These types of shots are where I love the rapier. Now, honestly, the Endbringer, I'm sure, has enough topspin to also not have to compensate for the wind. But you see, it's not like necessarily a give. Like anywhere on the fringe, even if I was at the furthest part down at the bottom left, where it kind of slopes down, that's where I really feel the Endbringer, the rapier would shine over the Endbringer, having 100 topspin. Another thing is dunks. Close. If you dunk it, you have 100 backspin. I don't know. Maybe the Endbringer has a lot of backspin. I'm not certain. But see, yep, we just put that full topspin. Now, when I took that shot on hole 9, it came in way too hot. That won't be the problem here because of how close we are. We are at minimum distance. When you're at medium distance, that's when the ball guide lies and the ball gets away from you.
Perfect shot.
All right, hopefully we can get a drop now on hole 3 or so. I'd really like to get a drop. I'd like to finish with at least a minus... I say at least. I would really like a minus 28. I feel capable of a minus 30, and it's definitely going to take at least a minus 30 to get medals. Thor's Hammer Guardian, yep, same thing. But here we want the Katana because we also want the Power 2 over the Power 1. Wolverine, how you doing, buddy? My main just had the first Max Club last week, Saturn. Did you buy any? I think we... Hey, Shay, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I traded in cards. I did max out my Saturn. Saturn is an awesome club to have, regardless of what my oldest videos say when I didn't know what I know now. Definitely a great one to have maxed out. So, yeah, I wouldn't buy any cards for the Saturn because I have it maxed out on both accounts. Sandbagger.
Perfect shot.
Need to be at +4 mark. My notes say to be at a +2 mark. But, you know, sometimes they change. You're talking about hole 1, right? What's up, Randy Moisner? Thanks so much for stopping in. Sandy Bell, how you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're out of Pittsburgh and back home. And if not, I hope it happens soon. I love this guy's profile picture. 5.8. 0%. 5.8. 3 rings. We're going to go about 3.5-ish.
Perfect shot.
Colt, what's going on, man? Oh, no problem. How'd Ditto do? Yeah, it sucks. I wish there was like 90 hours in a day, you know? I don't like streaming at the same time that other people are streaming. You know, especially Ditto. I like Ditto a lot. I really like what Ditto's doing, too. You know, Ditto is playing other games because that's what he wants to do with this channel, and it's not necessarily super popular with Golf Clash, but I noticed when he first did it, he had like 3 or 4 people watching, And the other day, I was lurking, because I watch YouTube a lot on my big screen TV, so I can't chat through my PlayStation. I can see the chat, but I can't chat. But he had like 13 or 14 people watching him play, where he was a cop, and there was like monsters and stuff around him. So to go from 2 to 13, he's doing something right, you know? And that's awesome. I've tried playing a couple other games a few times, and I gave up much quicker than he did. But then again, I thought the content was crap. My content, not his. So there's a couple things I'm going to be trying soon. 5.2. I'm working on one of them now. 5.2. Those are 10%. Tad bit over 4. This one I feel really good about. Just because I feel good about it. I was going to say I'm going to hit great. Come on, get in the hole. Get in the hole. Boop, boop. Oh, we came in short. This is the one time where full backspin -1 would have worked. But the last time I tried that, if I would have put full backspin on... I was going to put the crying emoji, but... that hurt. I would have loved to have had that shot down. But this is definitely not a give me like hole 2 is. So we are done with the first page. God, I love his facial emoji. It's a little distracting, but like in a good way. Like your eyes are just directed towards it when you see that he took a shot and that's where his ball's at. We'll just give it this to him. 1753. I especially like forfeiting to people who have lower trophies because I feel they could use, the money a little more than I do. Although, obviously, they could have a lot more money than I got. Hole 13. Okay, the quarterback with the katana. Got them both in. Where were we last time on this hole? Did we hit great? Did we come in too far to the left? Did we come in too far to the right? Robbie Dialt, I'm with you 100%. And like I said, I just applaud him for sticking with it. I tried it. I didn't stick with it. And, the number thing, it was just like a big numbers thing with me. And it's not about the numbers. Appreciate the people who are there with you now. And, those are the people that you want to put the absolute best show on for is, the people who are there with you now. This is 10%, so we're going to go 7.5 rings.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, I had a really hard time when my channel wasn't as...
Nice on.
Wasn't as popular as it was like a year ago today. Like I was constantly hitting like 150 people watching. And when I saw other people getting 150 people watching and I was getting numbers like in the 60s and 70s, I was upset. I'm like, oh, what am I doing wrong? How do I fix this? And honestly, I feel like I had an even bigger disconnect with the people who were here. I should say I was down at around 90 people. And then I lost even more people because in the corner of my eye, I have their stream up on my television, which I don't anymore, but I did. Kind of getting some true confessions here from RJ. And I would see that they would have more people than me, and I would be like, oh, who is it? Is Colt watching him again instead of me? Shame on... No, I'm just saying, but... I'd be like, why are they getting more? What can I do to improve myself to get the people to come back over here? And I wasn't happy. But then, instead of changing my views of, well, how do I put it? Instead of getting angry that people, weren't finding me as entertaining, and let's face it, I'm probably the worst streamer of all. For a while there, it was either me or Tommy or Zach. This is before Jesse had a channel, before, there was just a few of us. So no wonder, I hopped in at the right time. And now you got people like Daniel MacArthur, who frickin', what did he have, like 500 people in there at one time? In the past, I would have been like jealous about that. I would have been like, what the hell, Yeah, I'm not as good as a player, but okay, I'm going to try it here. What did you say, +4? I'll try this shootout. But now it's just like, be thankful for the people who are here for you. Don't take them for granted. And now instead of like trying to put on like a smile when in reality I'm super angry that like I'm streaming at the same time as Neo and Neo's got, 100 people and I got 50 or whatever. Wasn't getting mad at Neo. I was mad at myself. Why can't I do this? Why can't I get these people to watch me? But be thankful for the people who stick with you. That's all I'm saying. It makes making the content and everything just so much more enjoyable. Don't worry about what other people's numbers are, because it's not gonna help you in any way. Just keep putting the content out. Let's try 30%. I might double click. I might double hit the left there. Nope. Still to the left. Oh well. I wouldn't want a hole-in-one on a shootout anyway, but for training purposes, I would have liked it. Felix Torres chimes in and says, some of us watched. We just don't say much, brother. Steven Cintron, did I say hi to you? It's good to see you. No, I mean, I'm not, I don't know. I always say stuff. I want to be real, I want to be honest. If I'm bothered at some point or something, I hate holding my feelings in. And I was bothered that people were getting bigger crowds than me. And you know what that turned into? Me not having fun when I was streaming because of my numbers. I acted like I was having fun, but it wasn't as fun as I thought it was, or as I made it look or whatever. In a way, I was kind of a fraud. And people knew this, and people left. You can tell if someone's having fun or faking it or whatever. And then I'm just like, you know what? Sure, numbers are great. I would never take 150 people for granted. But it's going to be you guys that I always remember. I appreciate you. Colt, I didn't even know you streamed. I don't think you do stream. If you did stream, I would definitely watch it. There's a few people I want to watch that, Oh, no. Wrong club here, bucko. There we go. We didn't want all that. 6.6. All right, 6.6. We're going to go one ring back. And now this time, instead of messing with my topspin, I'm just not going to push back up. Let's see if one ring cancels out that one topspin. Nope. Should have taken that one topspin off. That is okay, though. JB TV puts it perfectly. RJ, I'm up to 164 subs. Super excited about that, and I average 10 or less hanging out with me, but on my streams. But those 10, I am 100% grateful and thankful for. I hope to get an audience like you. Thank you so much, JB. You get it. You get it, and I didn't get it. Or the problem is I got it when I was a younger channel and streaming to like 10 people, 15 people, when I first started streaming. And that number was huge to me. I was, like you said, 100% thankful for all those people. But then 10 turned into 20, 20 turned into 50, 50 turned into 100, 100 turned into 150. And then all of a sudden, we decide we're not going to hit great here. But anyway, and then all of a sudden, the number starts going down. And it's like, what can I do to reverse this trend? I'm going to good proof this shot. And I don't, it's a bunch of, you can't make everyone happy. Some people are here to hang out. Some people are here to get tips. And I'm just not, I'm definitely far from the best Golf Clash player of people who stream. I'm some people's cup of tea, other people I'm not, but I'm still grateful. And out of all the people who no longer watch me, I'm still grateful that they were there. Because to be able to say I think my record was 250 people watching at one time, but in all honesty, that was with Tommy, was on with me. By myself, it was about 150. And crap, Jesse's pulling 150 every day, But don't get upset about it. Times change. I'm nowhere near as good at the game as Jesse is, as Tommy is, as a lot of these people are. Just enjoy what you get.
Great shot.
So many lessons throughout my entire life I learned the hard way, and I hate that about myself. However, one thing that I do like about myself is at least I learn from those lessons. Sure, I learn the hard way, but then when I see other people making the same mistakes that I made, not YouTube, just like normal life, like, for example, if you're a married guy and you're sitting at the bar with your wife and you're talking with someone and your wife wants to say something to you, and you're with your friends. You don't want to be bothered with that or anything like that. So you kind of shush her away from you. I see that and I'm like, wow, I remember being that kind of husband. You're like, where you take them for granted and you're like, I'm talking to a friend. Don't interrupt us, or don't do this, or don't do that, or, whatever. But it should never be that way. And there's so many people out there who do that.
Perfect shot.
And, no, the most important person sitting at the bar, even though you get to go home with her, is your wife. Always remember that, because someone else will treat her the way you should have treated her. And how will you feel then? Yeah, learning lessons is huge, but you gotta implement them, If you don't implement the lessons that you learn, you're going to keep making the mistake. And then that's, I don't know who was famous for saying it, but they were saying the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Well, sometimes you do the same thing over and over and someone's kind of letting you slide. They're giving you the benefit of the doubt. But then eventually, since you're doing it so much, it's the straw that breaks the camel's back, and you lose absolutely everything. So those are the lessons that are hard to learn. Those are the ones I've struggled with, and it sucks. Hey, KJ. Yeah, McNair, how you doing, man? Introspection is huge. Yeah, it is. I don't want to preach. I don't want to be a preacher. I am not on a soapbox. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just a guy who's been hurt. You know, and I'm not talking about YouTube right now. And, you know, if I could teach someone through my mistakes and they could learn by word of mouth instead of actually going through the actual pain, I would love to save them that trouble. So yeah, the definition of insanity has a little bit of a hole in it, because sometimes you can get away with something for a very long time, but at some point in time, you're going to have that straw that breaks the camel's back, and you're going to lose everything. And you're not even going to know that you did anything wrong, because you were used to doing something wrong the entire time. That's why you got to listen, and you need to, you know, especially talking about marriage. One of the best sayings I ever heard when it comes to marriage is divorce is 50-50. Marriage is 100-100. If you're not both giving 100%, your marriage isn't going to last. But, you know, same thing if you have a best friend. Your best friend lends you money all the time. Your best friend, you know, oh, I got a better job than you, blah, blah, blah. You know, maybe you're not in a position to lend your best friend money at all, you know, all the time, but they are. Well, that's fine. But when your best friend calls you and says, hey, can you help me move this sofa? Don't you dare think about saying no. But some people grow complacent and they're like, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to preach. I'm done. Let's talk about Mike Trubisky, who is at 238 pounds lost and counting. That is absolutely amazing. 238 pounds lost. I can't imagine. When I lost all my weight, which I gained back, unfortunately, I lost just over 100 pounds. There we go. This is minus 20. So we're going to go about 5 rings here, I believe.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, James. What is that?
Nice on.
Terry Sabin, definitely male if you got hemorrhoids. Although the female doctor, it's not something they've never seen before. Yeah, Mike, that is absolutely amazing. You're an inspiration to me and many other people. Steve Cintron, I just seen your message now, and I realize I played it. Double J, I ain't seen your name in forever. I realized that, you know, I seen it after. But, you know, I was still pretty close. Kenny, I have 2 different accounts. Good to see you, by the way. And my main account with my APOC 5 and, you know, a couple other clubs that are a little higher, I am playing expert. But on my lower account, this one, what I used to do is I played both accounts on expert, and I considered this one like practice, and then the other account would help me get the gold or help me in the top 15 or whatever. And it just wasn't happening. I wasn't benefiting from an extra, 36 holes or whatever it is. So I was like, well, my clubs are far too advanced to go to pro. And then I said that out loud in my stream to kind of get the temperature, and everyone's like, hey, man, it's a game. Play what you want to play. And then I was watching a couple people's guides on pro, and I'm like, well, they're using a frickin' APOC level 4 and, you know, maxed out common cards and near maxed out rare cards on their pro account. So I'm like, you know what? Unless I go into pro and win gold medal after gold medal after gold medal, I'm going to go back down to pro. And you know what I came in last week was the first week I ever played pro. Well, not ever, but in a long time. I came in 35th place. So that tells me that I'm in I'm in the right spot. Yeah, this is a shootout. There was 34 people ahead of me. I didn't take any badges from anyone, and I probably would have finished in 90th place in an expert on that particular one. So I'm sorry I didn't see. Sandy, are you out of the hospital? Or you don't have to answer that if you that's private. RJ, really enjoying your videos. Glad I could finally catch one of your streams. Thank you so much, man. You're awesome to watch and such a light in this world. Blankston, thank you so much. If you knew me personally, though, you might not think the same thing, and it's not that I'm secretly evil. But like I said, there's just so many lessons in life that I learned the hard way like an idiot, and I wish that I wish I could have just taken advice instead of, there's two ways to learn. You stick your hand on the stove and you get burned, or you keep trying to stick your hand on the stove and your mom keeps smacking your hand away, and you realize, hey, you know what? They're actually trying to do what's best for me. Me personally, I'm a glutton for punishment. So I don't want to be. I just don't realize how bad it hurts when when you continue to do the wrong thing and you learn the hard way. But there's definitely good things in learning the hard way. Gaz, what's up, man?
Perfect shot.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely belong in expert.
Nice on.
50% mid on the last hole, or are you saying this hole? I'm definitely at max distance here. I want to go with 1.5 right and 4 back. But now, I just want to make sure I'm on a consistent part of the fairway, which seems to be about right here. 5.2 max, 20%. We're going to go 4 rings. Let's see where this takes us. Perfect.
Perfect shot.
Orlando, what's up, buddy? Maybe 4 instead of 4.5 would have been the way to go on that one. Tomorrow I should be streaming my main around 7 p.m. I'm going to get everything out of the way tonight when I'm done streaming, so I can cook dinner. I can do whatever chores I have to do around the house and not have to be like, oh crap, I still got to do an hour or 2 of prep work. I'm going to take care of that tonight. Blankston, don't feel bad, man. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, or 2 tournaments ago, both accounts were an expert. Neither one of them made it to the weekend. And I was a sad, sad man. At 50% on this hole? Jeez. Alligator, what's up, man? Oh, that's me. See, I'm reading the comments and not paying attention. Sorry about that, my opponent. I'm sorry about that to you in the stream. All right, 2 holes to go. Both of them are berserker holes. So let's do it. We can easily make a mistake on both of those holes. So yes, it's looking like a minus 27. But if you just mess one thing up, you can be in trouble. Clip the rough, land in the rough. Like, this has to be an eagle par 4. Hopefully we can get the same type of wind, the same lineup. What's going on, William Billy Walker? No, today we had a McDonald's box because I didn't have enough time to cook dinner because I didn't want to come on really late. Because I still consider Jesse a close friend of mine, even though, you know, we don't talk as much as we do. We had some really good times together. And I don't ever want to step on him, you know. Even if we never talk again going forward. You know, just because of life, not because we're enemies or anything like that. 5.5. Uh, 8-mile-an-hour wind. I really wish I could have taken one backspin off because I think we had like a 7-mile-an-hour wind last time, but let's see. Nope, we're going to be good. Hopefully we roll a little closer. I hope that's not an uphill punt. Taking one backspin off would have put me on the fringe, and this looks like kind of a long putt. I hope I don't have to do full, what do you call it? Full overpower or any overpower for that matter. Yeah, James, you coming on tonight, buddy? I know James is the same way. He always follows Jesse. He doesn't, you know. We're like the three amigos.
Great shot.
We're both going to have hard putts. I think his is a little harder than mine. Oh, nice. No overpower needed. Hopefully he doesn't need overpower either. There's the first eagle. The second one, we just need to ensure that we don't go over off the water. I wish I would have... I wish I would have wrote down the wind. I'll have to go back and watch. Come on. Nice shot. 100% overpower in the hole. Well played. Those are really hard. Mine was stressful. I can't imagine how stressful it would be doing it 100% overpower in a tournament. And our opponent has lower trophies than me, which doesn't really matter, but take the 10th out. You definitely deserve it. It feels weird that I'm forfeiting matches, but this is something I can afford to do in pro. Switch out the APOC for Thor's Hammer, the final hole. It's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, Ty, I didn't think he'd hit it either when I saw full overpower. But as soon as I saw perfect, I was like, that's going in. And then the other thing, my streams usually last 2 hours, including introductions. And, you know, introductions is me saying hi to you guys and everything like that, the music playing. But we're at 1 hour and 39 minutes, according to my little OBS timer ticker thing here, because we've been forfeiting shootouts. So there's a lot more content in it that shortens the stream up a little bit, and I should get under 2 hours. So I'm happy about that. Thanks, Judley. I appreciate that, bro. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks for hanging out. All right, what are we going to do with this very fun shot here? One thing I know is don't trust the ball guide. I kind of wish I could have put the Endbringer in, honestly. let's see, 6. That's 3 rings. That's 4 rings. 6.6. So it's going to go up 4 rings on its own, which means it's going to land approximately here. I feel like I could overpower this just a tiny. I'm going to stay in the circle like that. Please don't burn me. Please don't burn me. Okay. I feel like I'm a little bit closer, but the shot's still going to be just as difficult. I'm going to have to put a lot of top spin on. I'm going to be very concerned about where I put my ball guide and everything, because it could just get away from me. I just went with the slightest amount of OP. I felt like I had it there, but I didn't want to take a big gamble. Ooh, close. Unlucky.
Nice on.
I just need to be careful because this freaking ball guide's going to lie to me. So first thing I want to do is, right here is max. Actually, look at that. Look at that. Let's try a dunk. Only because we are at max distance. So we should be able to get an accurate amount here. 8.5. 6, 7-ish rings. And if we do miss all that backspin, should still keep us for a super easy putt.
Perfect shot.
That's how you finish. I will take that. Is that minus 28? I believe that is minus 28. Yep, minus 28. I'll take it. 1 mistake, 1 albatross. That is the way that we want to end the stream. And now Steve Cintron saying no, but the reason why that's a safe shot is because I have 100 backspin on the rapier. So even if I would have missed it, it still would have, it would have bounced back and then did that little roll thing. Here's the thing, though. I would have ended up with a minus 27 or, well, no. What I wanted to say was, remember the front 9? I put all that top spin on and the ball guide lied to me. So I didn't trust the ball guide from that distance. I would have been guessing. This way, I took the guesswork out of it and got super fortunate because I was at max distance. I would have only tried that dunk at minimum distance or maximum distance. And by minimum distance, I mean like if you could fit like, the whole yellow part of the ring in the center of the ring. That's when the rapier really shows how awesome it is. That felt good. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It means a lot. Have a wonderful night and good luck in your tournaments.